I'd love to know some other examples. So a lot of our coaches and practitioners struggle with bringing on new clients. Can you give us some examples, whether it be to help with ads or help with social content that attracts? Like, what are some examples of ways that coaches could use AI to attract new clients?
So, yeah, and this is something that I'm actually going through myself right now. And because I don't know why, but I just had this sort of aha like recently this week that I'm like, why aren't I doing more of what I teach in terms of content repurposing, right? So I put out a YouTube video every week.
Yeah.
I write a newsletter every week that's very long. It's just like when you have some form of content that you put out on a regular basis, AI is just that force multiplier in that. Like you can just amplify that content, meaning I can take this one piece of content and turn it into whatever. Like I can turn into 15 pieces of content really, really easily in a matter of minutes. Like we're talking about something that maybe took like, oh, I have to create content for 7 days. Like that can take you, 45 minutes now. So I would look at number one is like, how do I get clients? Like, where do they come from?
Yep.
Then let's just say like, oh, well, I'm an online business and I want to be attracting, my main marketing channel is social media or YouTube or whatever it might be. Cool. I want to create content where my audience is. And so let's just say that we don't have a YouTube channel right now, but yet want to start a YouTube channel because I know my audience is on YouTube and they're Googling or asking ChatGPT questions about that I can answer. Okay, amazing. You can leverage AI to get ideas for what type of channel, the angle of the channel. You can have it create, artwork and thumbnails and write scripts for you and all this type of stuff.
Yep.
And cut that, what can be a really massive process down to really bite-sized manageable things to do to be able to do that. Same thing for a podcast. It can do all that stuff, help you prepare for it. Let's just say you already do something like that. You're already putting out content in some way. You can use ChatGPT or Claude or Gemini, these other models, to create multiple forms of content, again, from that main piece of content. And you want to be creating content and this sounds obvious, right? But like, don't create LinkedIn content if your audience is not on LinkedIn.
Right.
Like if you're like, oh, my audience is on TikTok and Instagram.
Yep.
Amazing. Like repurpose it into, 30-second TikTok scripts that you can then use to record, and also Instagram posts. You can take the scripts that you record for TikTok and use them as reels. Like you can, like, how, again, what does this look like if it were easy? Because I'm already producing content. How can I leverage and repurpose that?
I love that. And again, to give a real world example of that. So I started this podcast not long ago, a few months ago. And when I started, I've been hemming and hawing about it for years. And like, oh, it's just another thing to do. It's a lot of work, right? And I kept having this like thing in my head, which actually is not true. And I come to find out that me doing one 45-minute podcast has now turned into a newsletter for the week, 6 social media posts, 6 YouTube shorts, a full-length YouTube video, and then also many times our guests will also share it with their audience in their ways. And so again, these high leverage activities, right? So like before I was using AI, I was doing so much manual work that I did not feel like I had the time to sit on a 45-minute interview. But now using AI to take so much work off my plate, I get to have this conversation with Rick, which first of all, I love doing. This is my zone of genius. I love doing this. And now I get to use this one piece of content to create 10, 15, 20 other pieces of content.
Yeah.
And so much of that is...
You can use AI to write show notes.
Exactly.
Like you can have
and we do.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
It really doesn't take that much work on the back end, aside from, finding the client, talking to our guests and getting them to sign up and book with us. But aside from that, the actual, I mean, my editor does do a lot of work. I want to give him credit, but to actually get the show notes done, the newsletter from it, the shorts done, it doesn't take a lot of extra manpower.
What do you use to do the shorts? I'm just curious.
We're on frame.io.
Okay.
And I don't know exactly. It's my editor that helps with those clips. I don't know his exact process.
So he's making the clips. You're not using Gotcha. Okay, cool.
Yes, but also we're on Riverside right now. Riverside automatically generates, after this call, will generate like 6 to 8 shorts for me with captions, right? So I could just as easily go in and use those. I like my editor to do it because, again, it adds that human element.
Sure.
Like he knows exactly what I'm looking for, exactly what I want. And then I go in and I approve them. But I could just take the clips right from Riverside.
Totally. Yeah. So again, it's like, that's a perfect example of like, all right, I'm looking for a tool that I can use to record podcast episodes. And it's like, what tool is going to allow me to do as much as possible with the content I'm, recording.
Right.
And like, this is not an endorsement for Riverside, but like Riverside, perfect example. It's like, I can record video. I have the audio. It has built in, short form video creator. Like that saves you so much time to do that.
Right. And even somebody who maybe isn't doing guest interviews, but wants to start a podcast, you can come on, do a solo podcast, you just talking. You've got your social media for the week. You've got your transcript already written out. You've got your show notes that Riverside can deduct for you. Like it can be a very light load. Yeah.
And like, I don't know if we're meaning this is like, turn your video on and record that way, even if it's you solo.
Yeah.
It feels weird at first. When I first did that several years ago, it was like super weird to do that. But then again, you have all that content. Like you've got short form vertical content. You can turn that into YouTube
absolutely
videos. So like, there's so many different options there.
Thank you for watching this short clip. To watch or listen to this episode in its entirety, view the description below. See you next time.